Guys, what's up? Today we are going to take another look. We already did the TLR-1 HL, right? The big light from Streamlight. We already modified that to be able to fit this P80 Glock 43 frame. But I just got in the mail this little bitty TLR-7A. Not the 7A sub, but the 7A. We're going to try to do a little bit of modification to this guy to make him fit the P80 G43 frame. So let's do it. Okay, so like I said, we already did the TLR-1 HL for this guy, and kind of made a mini Roland Special, or Roland Special Mini, whatever you want to call it, with, you know, suppressor height sights, threaded barrel, comped, you know, with an RMR, all the kind of stuff. Doesn't have a fancy trigger, but and then with the light, kind of impractical in a way, kind of impractical. It's just kind of bulky and everything with that light, right? But like I said, I just got in the TLR-7A, and it would fit right on this rail, because the rail that they have on this guy on the 43X is different than the rail on the I'm saying 43X because it has a 43X slide. So if I say 43X, I'm going to try to keep everything straight. But I'll just call this the P80, okay? Because it's a different frame. But the P80 has a different rail on the bottom than the standard 43X MOS or the 48 MOS. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Those are like proprietary rails that Streamlight is coming out and has announced. And I have pre-ordered the TLR-7A sub, I think is what it is, which is basically the same light, but it fits the MOS versions of the 48 and the 43X. Wow, it's a lot of like little numbers and letters and stuff. So let's get real geeky. That already was geeky, but let's just get kind of more mechanical. We're going to basically fit this guy. We're not going to touch anything on the light itself, but when you get the light, you get these extra little shoes, these extra little pieces, and this is the 1913 number 4. I don't know if you can see that or not, but the 1913 number 4, and this guy almost fits this gun, right? The way that it works is that gives you, basically, it's kind of like a recoil lug in a way, where the clamps, right, on the light go on the rail, right, on the sides of the rail, but then it would just slide off, right? It's got to have some kind of a stop. And so it has different size of these little stops for different guns, and it ships with like 6 of them. It's pretty cool, right? So you have your standard Glock, right? You've got, I think, 4, I think it has 2 universal and then 4 1913 rails, right? And this guy fits right in here just fine, but when he's on the light, because he fits down into the light, right, like this, he kind of fits down like a little shoe, right? Fits down in there. I need to basically remove a little bit of material right up here in the front to bring it back just enough that it will slide up in here, because when this guy's on here, I don't know if you can see that or not, but when he's on here, I don't know if you can see that, that little shoe is just too far forward. I don't know if it's showing up or not, but it's just too far forward, and it won't connect, or it won't seat into the gun, if that makes any sense. But I'm basically just gonna shave off a little bit of that front, and hopefully it's gonna work. So this should be a quick mod, and I think it should work. And then I still don't even have a holster for it, but it would make this a much better Roland Special Mini. All right, so let's try this out real quick. Shouldn't take very long. All right, and for those that may be watching that might be concerned, this is the firearm. We are not modifying the firearm in any way, shape, or form. We're gonna put that over here, and we're not going to mess with it right now. What we're worried about is this little piece right here. This is just an attachment. This is basically just a little piece of plastic. It's not a firearm, not a firearm part. It goes to a flashlight. So we're basically modifying a flashlight slightly. But we're going to grab, actually, you know what? We could just be daring and use the Dremel. This is dangerous, but we're just going to try this, because we just need to bring a little bit of this material right here back. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. All right, so let's try with the Dremel, and let's try not to break anything. All right, guys, that was actually pretty easy. That was way simpler. Well, not really simpler than I thought. It was exactly what I thought. This little piece, all we did was take off the front edge. So if you can really see, I think this is a nice camera. It actually shows it way better than the iPhone. But I kind of probably took off about a third. If you can see that, I didn't take off this very, very front part here because this helps hold it into the light itself. But this top part where I cut off, you can see there, that goes into the little cutout on the slide, or on the frame right here. And that basically goes in there just like that. Does that make sense? Right? But it was too far forward, right? And it wouldn't go up, and now I cut off the very front of it, so now it will sit in there. So basically, you got your light. The little shoe fits inside there just like that. You take your gun. See it on there? You take your gun. It slides right into that little cutout. That little cutout goes right into there. You take this other little piece of the mounting system. It goes right in here. You kind of hold that still. Feed in your spring, right? So your spring right there. And your tension screw or your locking screw, whatever you want to call the thing. Kind of feed that guy in. You're going to want to screw it down nice and tight. You never really want to over tighten these things, but it's a light on the end of a gun. You want to get it nice and tight. So I use a screwdriver. You could use a coin, the back of a bullet, but I'm in my workshop. Take it back to my workshop, you see. But it's in my workshop, and so I got tools and stuff. So that's pretty much that. If it was to be a permanent thing, I would definitely Loctite the thing. But that, again, is pretty dang slim. I like that, right? It's still small. It's still usable. And I really wish I had a holster for this. This could be really, really stinking cool. So this would be a much more true version of a Roland Special Mini, right? Because it is a mini comp. It does have a full-size RMR, so maybe not necessarily a true Roland Special, but because it does have a full-size RMR. But it has a smaller light on there, and the light is on. It's solid, like it's on there, and it's 500 stinking lumens. So that's actually kind of cool. So can you modify a Streamlight TLR-7A? Can you modify it to fit a P80 G43 frame? Yes, you sure can. Does it take very long? Nope, about 5 minutes. I was brave. I think it's brave or stupid, either way. But I used my my sanding drum or sanding wheel on my Dremel. You could be very careful. Use sandpaper or a file or something like that. I kind of rolled the dice, and it actually worked out just fine. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. If I had a holster for it, I might carry it. I don't know. I need some more work on this frame to get its dependability, reliability in my mind solidified. But that light is pretty sick. I think it's pretty sick. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, if you have any questions about this, let me know. I'm going to shut up, and I hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully we will catch you all in the next video.